back to another episode of Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. Guys, in the last episode, well, we found Nagito come away to dead. Just stone cold dead. Not a great look. But anyway, I need to preface this episode with, I recorded 8 minutes of this episode already, but I had to delete it because I had a minor concussion, and I couldn't do the recording. I'm better now, so I can actually do the recording. But anyway, I came up with a theory during it, and I'll get into it when we get in here. So, I'll give you guys the theory once we start into it a little bit, so it makes more sense instead of me just doing it now. Eventually, the shock finally registered with me. I don't know why I had audio. A numb feeling spread from the center of my brain almost instantly. Nagito was dead. Even when I saw this before me, I wasn't able to comprehend that reality yet.
What?
I'm in the same boat, man. I'm in the same boat.
What?
What's going on here? Is he really dead? He's not pretending to be dead, is he? I mean, it's Nagito, you know. That's right. It's Nagito. He always messed with us. He always tried to confuse us. That's why. I can't believe it. Nagito ended up in such a cruel state. Nagito is dead? Deep down, I believed that when the killings finally ended, I'd never see this guy again. I never expected I'd be looking at Nagito's body like this. Nagito probably thought the same thing. I couldn't help seeing in his dead, frightened face. But on this island, unbelievably abnormal occurrences happen all the time. Even Nagito couldn't escape the truth. But even something as small as that? Oh. Body discovery announcement.
A body has been discovered!
Hell yeah.
Now then, after a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial will begin!
Can't wait.
Don't tell me.
The body discovery announcement? Then it's for real?
Hey!
The Nagito is really dead?
Damn it!
It's not just that he's dead. If the body discovery announcement was made, does that mean Nagito is killed? Killed?
That's right.
Plus, it's one of us? I mean, what it mean? Oh, that's what it means, right? One of us killed Nagito? One of us killed him so brutally? And disgustingly? Then it's going to start again. So here's my theory, right? It's like there's 2 suspects. The first time I recorded this is like there's Sonia, because she showed up after everybody figured out somehow that the fireworks were fake. And you gotta remember in the video he said he would be waiting here, but he waited here dead. So somebody obviously also had to coax him into coming there with them. That's what made me almost rule out Sonia for me right now. It could still be her, but I think it's Shiaki. Because I think Shiaki is the traitor. I still do. I know she scanned her card in that last episode, and only the traitor's card would work, but my theory is she went to him, said she was the traitor to Nagito, he came here with her to show her the fireworks, she killed him, put him here, after maybe she made him make that second part of the video, and I think she took his student ID book, ebook, the ebook, and I think she swiped his ebook and not her own. That's how I think Shiaki did it. That's my theory, anyway. We're gonna see if that theory holds up as we go along. But I think she's the traitor. It's the only one that makes sense. But just because she's the traitor, I don't think she's actually bad. So, except if she killed, well, who knows? The class trial is going to start soon, right? Then, yep, we gotta do it. We gotta find out who Nagito's killer is. No matter who you guys sacrifice, you're determined to survive and leave this island, right? Then the time for action is now, so allow me to give you the familiar Monokuma Hold it right there. What? Don't get in my way like that. I was about to whip out the Monokuma fight in such a cool way. Shut up. I can't stand this anymore.
Got it?
How much longer are you going to keep putting them through this? No more, I won't let you. I'll make sure I pulverize your evil intentions. He's ignoring it.
Hey!
Say something.
What's this?
Oh, now I remember who you are. You're Monami. You just noticed now?
Lie.
Anyway, Monami, if you're gonna talk about my intentions, why don't you talk about yours first? What are your intentions anyway? Why are you keeping everyone cooped up on this island? I'm sure everyone here wants to know too, you know. Nothing. What? No fair. You're shutting up too.
Wait.
Enough already. We already have enough to deal with concerning Nagito. Please do not say anything else that will confuse us.
Hey.
Anyway, let's begin. But
This is just...
I mean, in the end, we still have to do it, right? As long as a killing happens, we can't do anything about it, right? We have no choice but to do it, right? Besides, it's our fault that we couldn't even prevent it. I know. That's the only way we can survive, right?
Nice!
Hoo-hoo-hoo! Looks like you kids are way more well-behaved than Monami.
Don't
fuck with me.
Exactly. We're tired of this too, you know. That's why I'll definitely make sure to finish this for good this time.
This is kind of...
Does that mean you guys are getting bored of this school trip?
Actually,
Don't worry, the end is near. Oh, the end?
what's the matter?
Don't make a face like a pig that's about to become bacon. You've already noticed it, right? That clock is almost done. The meaning behind that Monokuma timer. I guess there's only 2 days left, huh? Guess so. When that timer reaches 0, 2 days from now, what will happen to us? The killing school trip will be over.
Hey,
If this will finally be over,
serious?
does that mean we can go home? I got a feeling it ain't that easy, bucko.
What are you gonna do?
Don't count your bears before they've hatched. There's still something you gotta do before that, right? So, once again...
The Monokuma file!
Yeah!
Phew.
You guys need to find out who killed Nagito... who Nagito's killer is and survive the class trial. If this ends here, there won't be an afterword at all.
Do your best.
You got it.
Wait!
Hold on.
I'll forgive
I won't let
you.
you escape this time. Wait, right there. What do you guys think? If the school trip is nearly at an end, is it safe to think we can go home, right?
But still...
Because I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Nagito's case first.
Damn it.
Even if we can go home, it'd be the end for us if we screw up here.
All right!
Then let's hurry up and solve Nagito's case so we can all go back home.
However...
It is nice to think everyone can go home, but that is impossible, right? I mean, someone in this room killed Nagito. There's a killer among us. The weight of those words began to sink into me. That was true of the previous cases, but was it really true this time? No matter how much I tried, I couldn't believe it. Because the victim was Nagito? Because his death was so abnormally cruel? No, it wasn't just that. There was something more to it than that. And whatever it was stuck inside me. Something's wrong about this case. There is blood all the way up there? That's peculiar. Also, this music. First, we need to look at the Monokuma file. Nagito Komoe. 5'9", 143 pounds. Okay, 33 inch in the chest. Blood type was O. April 28th was his birthday. He is dead, according to this. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma Plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Noon. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, so he was supposed to have died right at noon. That pretty much only leaves Sonya then, but that wouldn't make complete sense. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, no, he could have been tied down and he died because that thing fell and killed him at 12 noon. Maybe that's what the fire caused? That would make sense. There are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and the knife impaled through his right hand. Yeah, it kind of looks like it might just fallen on him. What a tragic situation. Just reading this is making me depressed. Is there something wrong with this Monokuma file? Again? But what's wrong with it? Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm, and the knife impaled through his right hand. I read nothing wrong, but it's definitely weird. Well, I guess I'll find out if I look around. That's what the investigation is for. Don't worry or form conclusions on your own. That makes me more worried than I should be. We can discuss it later. Right now is our only chance to investigate, so we should investigate first. If we don't, there won't be anything for us to discuss. So I guess you're right. Then let's start with the area surrounding Nagito's body. I should start with the back of the warehouse. Since the curtain blocked most of the water, this area wasn't affected by the sprinklers that much. Thanks to that, I could properly investigate Nagito's body. I never thought I'd have to investigate Nagito's body. He probably didn't expect to end up like this either. Monokuma file 5 minutes to 3 split seconds of the handbook. Well, first things first, I can't investigate the blood up there. But there's blood there. Fire grenades. There's like a bunch of plastic bottles, remnants of the plastic are scattered all over the place. This is probably... Not probably, it is. Those fire grenades that were used to put out the fire. Well, they weren't actually that useful in the end. Yep, that was... warm in here again. The fire was only extinguished thanks to the sprinklers. Well, nevertheless, this evidence really isn't that strange. So they had to have stabbed through the Monokuma body, I guess, also. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach. okay. No respect. He's dead, Jim. Just kidding. Oh, I'm not dead. Is this one of the life-size plushies that were being produced at this factory? If you're mistaking a plushie for me, then there's something wrong with you. I mean, it's pretty lifelike. You're a stuffed animal, too. Don't put oversized garbage there. It's so misleading. What are you calling oversized garbage? Could this be one of Monokuma's tricks? No. Then why'd he do it? Making a hole like it got stabbed and going through the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood? Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something?
What are you
I had
saying?
nothing to do with that. Huh?
You're so
He's probably lying. Seriously, you're always lying. You should just die like that plushie over there.
What's this?
You seem to be more pissed than usual these days, Monami. But you better watch what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily, you know. I won't give in to your threats. I'll fight you until the very end. I will definitely take back the seat of world supremacy for Monokuma. Looks like those annoyances are gone. If it wasn't Monokuma's trick, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? If so, is this Nagito's blood? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. I think they just stabbed through the plushie. Check out, there's a hole in the back. Well, there's a lighter. Ah, it's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. If the oil lighter was placed here.
Just kidding.
Ah, an oil lighter. Someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Blame it on.
It's a most foolish thought. This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well,
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them. They can.
which means
So using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trick with it? Possible.
you are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. They caused a fire to destroy evidence? That's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to their crime scene. But I don't know what he's butting. He's absolutely right. I never expected Nagito to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything, good and bad about him, is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now is not the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body. Oh, yeah, this body that catches my eye. The lacerations and feet. Brother Nagito's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito? They also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. Well, that leaves anybody here? Everyone had a grudge against this motherfucker. Putting that out there. Or they might have been torturing him. To torture? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? Unless he fought that off, I don't know. Pulled it out, didn't die. If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagito's body were from the killer torturing him? It's possible. If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have had a deep grudge toward Nagito. Or if he's let him die easily, I could totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held a grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Some people probably. The torture wounds have been added to the truth bullet section. Look at a spear. A spear with a flashy ornament on its and it is impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? Such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the top of his hand, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. If you use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not! Oh, this is the spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that now. By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle. What? Nezumi Castle?
What the heck?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice! Damn you all to hell! I see. Even he doesn't know what's inside the castle. Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle. It looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Shiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nizumi Castle. It might be better if I confirm that later. Spear of Gungnir has been added to the split section of your handbook. Let's look at the left hand first. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. That's probably the reason that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound, and there's blood everywhere. There's something strange. Strange what?
See?
Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but doesn't the blood spatter look strange? Cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Yeah, it definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it's splattered? Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but is there something else that's strange? When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well,
here, there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right. Why is it only on this part?
see?
Yeah, I got no explanation for that right now. See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. But it's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? Blood on the left hand has been added to his true blood cell. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had an agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth was covered with duct tape, which is to keep Nugget from screaming for help.
This is
Jeez, what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over. It doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Shiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagita's face. She ripped it open. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off of his mouth. Hey, what are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating here.
Hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue. You ungrateful swine! You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagita's face, it looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case, it's no use, she's not listening.
Hey,
Hey, I bet the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape. What's wrong with that?
well,
The duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? Which means Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this would be some kind of clue, too. I should remember it. Duct tape has been added to the bullet section. Knife. The knife is stabbed in Nagito's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could he do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. Well, you were the only one there, so that does make you suspicious. Military base? Now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well,
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagita's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
it cannot be.
And then they finished him off with a spear.
How cruel.
Exactly. It really is. Then does that mean the killer went through the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with that knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
That is definitely strange. I guess. It's Danganronpa though, so not really. Was there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear, huh? Survival knife. Burnt rope. Nagita's wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of the rope was burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? But that's weird. If the rope is burned off like this, why are Nagita's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Also good legend. Burn ropes from the truth bullet section of your handbook. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagito's body. Jeez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible. And I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer. Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too! Oh no! I'm pretty sure... Is that wire? Should probably just talk to everyone now. It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. What doesn't matter? The time. Looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it wasn't at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's 12:30 p.m. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently? He's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with bombs? It was indeed. You're right. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon. Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. Maybe. It could have been set up beforehand. Anyway, but this could be like when Nekomaru died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare. Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious. Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's where we all split up to search for the bombs. Yeah, that's the problem. That is definitely the problem. I'm not freaking out about it like Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma time reaches 0 2 days from now, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? This rotten school trip is going to end, right? We can finally go back home. Careful, or carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey!
What do you mean, something?
Shut up!
He's making us kill each other, you know. What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
I don't know. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Anyway, like I said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial. Yeah, I know. Then don't bring up strange stuff like that. I've almost investigated everything, I think. As she looks, she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. There's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put fire.
Yeah?
You can see a girder right next to it, right there.
See?
Yeah, there's the blood strip. We're gonna go there. Can you see that red streak? Pink, but red, yeah. You're right. I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder. Is that blood? Blood. The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. I should remember this. I know, then I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. Because his goal wasn't just killing Nagito, there should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone for the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than a fatal one. So what was the reason? Looks like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside the warehouse first. Why inside the warehouse? I really don't think there's gonna be much else here. Well, the MP3 player, I guess. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is this here? Looks like that weird music was playing from there. You know, that music that was blaring when the fire started? Yeah, you're right. Look. Oh, looks like it's busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it. That music was playing from the MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? To be dramatic. Ho ho. Tons of CDs. Tons of books. Monokuma panels, maybe. There's a lot of tripped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did that caught fire? But why are they scattered like this? The last time I came here, I seem to recall. They should have been neatly put away. maybe we're the ones who made this mess. Huh? Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason the panels are tipped over is because we opened the door. It's fine, I'll open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. With the switch gun I brushed up everyone's warning, slowly open the door to the warehouse. Yeah, it's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I know it is a trap. Seriously, stop. Just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you? It'll be fine. I just gotta use a little more force. What happened? Opening it slowly. Akane ignored the protests, and with a mighty kick, the door flew open. BAM! Could it be? Was that it?
Well?
And there's something else I've been wondering.
Hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, but this line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So...
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange, that means we could speculate this was done intentionally. Yeah, we can. Monokuma panels have been added. Is there really anything else we're gonna find here? Gotcha. Looks like this side's really soaked because of the sprinkler. Even if there was an important clue, you might not be able to notice it. But it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. Good thing we were able to put out the fire. Well, we didn't do it, but yeah. There's a lot of smoke. It's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing the grenades.
You're right.
I agree. If we did, we would have been caught by the sprinklers and became all wet and soggy. And Sonia's all wet. She's all drenched and soggy. Ha-ha!
Hey!
You were thinking about... you were thinking that, right?
Of course not.
I wasn't thinking that at all.
Say what?
Why are you responding, Kazuichi? I was asking Hajime. You're screwing with me?
Yes.
Oh my, screwing? How lewd.
Hey.
Please don't look at me with such fearful eyes. I only imagined it for a second. Kazuichi, you should probably just keep your mouth shut already. Do you see anything here? Well, even though I did say I was gonna freaking kill him, there's no way I would have actually done it. I was just upset, you know? I don't believe you. We'll think about the cannon. Yeah, okay. You've got nothing here then. Looks like Sonya's focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagito's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I wanted to talk to you about when the fake bomb Nagito set in the warehouse exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is all right. It is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the Central Island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you when you were doing? Let me reread that. Where were you and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my!
Oh my!
It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? I kinda do. You are on my list. It is a misunderstanding. I am not the killer. Jesus shit, you son of a bitch! Sonia?
I am sorry!
I am terribly sorry. Why is wrong with me today? I was panicking. I should calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. Huh?
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons, and I announced it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. I didn't? Okay. Does that mean when you heard Nagito planted bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate them?
That is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. And because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen!
Because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What? I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door to the ancient ruin. At the time, I still believed the bombs were real. And I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. That makes sense.
However, that plan was an utter failure. The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. Woo! God damn it all to hell!
See, so that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
That makes sense.
I did. As did Mommy as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which means...
If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagito took them. Thinking they were actually bombs, or maybe he knew because it's Nagito. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagito blew up the hotel lobby. How did he do that? Yeah. That bomb was real, and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagito's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. If so, then Nagito's actions were extremely calculated. But the problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I have explained everything.
Do you have a minute?
There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Got it. Still doubt you a little, but I got it. Alright, I pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well?
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean, if you could investigate other places as well? Use English, right? She might be right. There are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that Sonia mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nizumi Castle, where the spear originally came from, and Nagito's room, too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. I'm pretty sure the others have already finished investigating. Hey, you guys, is it about time we leave this place and try exploring the other areas, too? In response to Chiaki, the others gathered around her.
I see.
I agree. I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice. There just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. I guess you're right.
See?
Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give it completely. You don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
Then it's okay if we leave this place? It's okay. There's no time for us to stand around in order to survive. There's no other way to accept... I can't talk today. There's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagito's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, nobody can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. So, plushie factory. We may as well hit that up and we'll end in the plushie factory for this episode of the investigation. Oh, Sonia. Sonia. The lips of Monaco plushies are crammed inside the enormous basket, but it looks like there aren't any clues here. Of course it don't. Laptop. That reminds me, when we saw Nagito's video message on this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? Now it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. At the time, Nagito should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messing around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked. There's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Nowhere's machine. Miss Nevermind. I have never seen so many Monokubas in my life! Well, Monokuba isn't exactly someone you would normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me. What occurs to you, girl?
Well?
That bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
Do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuba plushie, it would make me a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
All right!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. But hold on. If there's a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Yes, pie!
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy. What the hell does that mean? Stop. There's no bomb. You know, if you just pick me up. Oh, you'll know if you just pick me up. See? All you'll feel is soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You are right.
However...
Then where did Nagito obtain the bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there were all fake.
Please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier. No. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then he brought it from the Octagon. I must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushie seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Monokuma's account has been added. Not normal that we get Monokuma's account, eh? Look at the truck. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed onto this truck were actually fireworks, which reminds me this truck looks like it came from the military base. Nagito must have brought it here from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. Front, monitor, break room. Break room's on the other side of the door. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Anything inside? There's something on the floor that looks like a clue. Not even trash. Well. I've clicked everything here then. Yep. Leave here. But we will end this episode of the investigation here. Still got quite a bit of investigating to go. Hope to see you guys in the next episode of the investigation. Maybe we can piece together more who it is. My gut says Shiaki, just because I think she's the traitor, and I think the traitor did it. See you guys next time. Bye-bye for now.